Alright, good morning. It is Sunday. I'm going to do a drive-by back here. And normally I drive by the road, but I'm actually going to come back through the gate and show you the beans, because after the rain, they have really turned on. Look really good. I'm really impressed with them. Already closed up. I'll show you that side on the way out. I'll get out here in a little bit and do a walk through some of them. Look good, look really good. I did have a spot up here where I think I double sprayed a little bit. That's where the excavator was broke down. We didn't get a chance to come over here, and I wasn't going to drive all over here just to hit that little 10-foot spot. See if these beans came out of it. Oh, you can see it right there. Either that, or it looks like I didn't have the boom on right or something. See that spot? Of course, there's some grass there. I wonder if I don't know what happened there. That's a spot I'm gonna have to come over and hit when I get a tank load or something. It's actually all the way down there. And then here's a sand hill. You can see just true freaking sand. But that's a little field that never got planted ever. But if you look, the majority of them really good. I don't know what the deer damage, or there was a lot of groundhogs on this farm. Tons of groundhogs. So the guys that hunt here said they had been shooting them. They shot like 4 or 5 of them. So groundhogs, so that's good. It seems like groundhogs do worse damage than the deer do. I just rode by one farm across town. There's a big circle cut out of it, which I might upload a picture in here and show you, but I think I took it up and down instead of sideways, so it might mess my video up. But it is a huge circle. And when I rode by, there was 4 groundhogs that ran in a hole. So I told my brother, and he said that he's going to go handle it. Him and Sheila's girlfriend, they like to shoot groundhogs, so they do all the groundhog damage control around our farms. But beans look pretty good, pretty good. No weeds, that's good. I did come over and spray. The previous farmer had a lot of palmer on this land, and there was some coming back. So when I came over and sprayed, I hit it with Liberty. It seems like it smoked everything. I don't know what happened in that one spot, but when I get another tank load, when I'm spraying wheat beans, I'm gonna come over and hit that spot and get that knocked out. But I don't see any groundhog damage around here, so they must be smoking them guys. Used to be a bunch that lived underneath that house and underneath the shed, but I think they've shot all them. I'll go over here and get turned around. Then when I get back, I will get out and we'll do a looky-see. They look good though. Very impressed. All right, this is what groundhog damage looks like, just in case you didn't know. I guarantee anything, there's a hole somewhere by that bare spot right there. And obviously I didn't have my sprayer on. You see that this one little corner right here has weeds. I must not have turned the sprayer on very good. Guarantee if we walk over here, there'll be a hole here. And there's a couple little weeds here. I'd come smoke that stuff. Yep, there's a hole. See it? Right there. And that is what they do. They are horrible. All right, good morning. Monday. Hopefully by tomorrow we're going to try some wheat. I'm thinking maybe later today. The breed's starting to pick up, but we'll see how the day goes. But we just had to run all new camera wires. I'll show you. This is an accumulator that goes on the back of the baler. When a bale comes out, it pushes this down, pushes that down, and the accumulator slides it either over that way, or if the bar's on this side, it slides it to that one. That way you can carry two. And then right before this thing right here hits, we got cameras. As you can see, there's one, and then there's another one right there. And he can look at it in the cab. Even though it tells you on the monitor when they're full, he still likes to look, because sometimes it won't go off. I don't know why. That's rare, but just in case. But so that way when the third bale almost gets here, he can dump two. That way the loader can go ahead and stack two. And I always like him when he's on the end rows, when he gets to the end row. If this third one comes back, he dumps two and then he's getting ready to turn around. When he comes back around, even if that one bale gets pushed over, I want him dumping it right there. That way everything's on the end row and the loader don't have to travel across the whole field. Now, if it's a really long field and it's good straw, really long field and good straw, he's not gonna be able to make it to the end rows, obviously, but then he can put them all at certain parts of the field so the loader can just keep stacking in one spot. Doesn't have to drive a million miles across the field to find the bales. You know, try to put some on this end, and then maybe in the middle on a long field, and maybe on that end try to make it. And even if he's coming back up and he's got one bale, when he gets to the middle, I want him dropping it there, because then he should be able to make it to the end to drop. And then when he comes back, if he has a bale or two, he can drop them all in the same spot. Sometimes he's been known to scatter them throughout the whole field, and the loader guy has to like run everywhere. So we're trying to get away from that, right, Alex? So, but yeah, we just did run the wires. So here's the wires to the cameras. They come through this framing part. And then he's been vacuuming his ride out, getting her ready. So she should be all ready to go. And then they come out through the frame up to here, and then they go into the cab. And then as you can see, the monitor's not on, but that's the monitor. There's 3 cameras. He's got one on the back of the tractor too. So he can switch through 3 different options. And the problem why we had to fix him is because he had a fire. He had an oil leak in here last year. A little oil line broke and caused a little fire. And we were at my farm, and luckily we were right by the water hose. And he hurried up and pulled it over there and put it out. So we got lucky with that. But in the process, it burnt them 2 wires. When we plugged the wires in, we knew that the cameras weren't working. And the cameras were actually in good shape. So we took and put new wire across it and just plugged them in before we ran them, and that's what it was. So we got the got all that fixed, and she should be ready to go. Right? Is she ready to go?
Ready to go.
He's excited.
Not really.
He's really excited.
Not really.
Yeah, we hate baling. We actually hate wheat, but old man likes wheat, so that's why we have to do it. So. All right, so we're getting the hoppers in here. We got 4 of them. So we're getting the 4 greased and the doors greased, the bearings and trucks greased, water checked, belts checked, air checked. My brother, he's putting air on the other side of the tire. This is number 1, and we got 3 more to go. So hopefully maybe a week this afternoon, try some, or tomorrow, see how it goes. But right now we're getting the hopper bottoms and the trucks ready. There he is. It's so hot. It's like 90 degrees. It's like 90. And he's sweating. Hey, Harry. He's sweating. You got the air compressor going. You gotta go slow. I just go real slow with it. Just take your time. What are you in a rush for? I'm gonna video you working. Everybody says you do all the work. So I'm gonna get you. See how much work he's doing? Oh, look how he pumps that bucket. I love you, Sheila.
I do.
Oh, he said he loved her. He don't ever tell anybody that on video. Oh my God. Here, let me get it. I need to tilt it because you got the arm bent so it gets in here. He's putting oil in his rear. He's got a leak in his rear apparently. All right, well, I started wheat. I'm in the field that's down. This is actually the driest wheat out of the group. I had to readjust this header. So I got to get all the, let me get all the kinks worked out and then I'll get back with you. But right now we are cutting. All right, so I finally got her going, got the field opened up, got the first bin off, and the wheat is doing pretty good. And that's where I'm cutting at, where that green circle is. So, it's thick and it's good. It's tough on her. I got to go slow. I can't. 2.5 is about all I can do. This stuff is coming in here. It's thick. But it's pretty consistent, so I'm pretty happy. All right, so I started cutting, but then I had to stop. Pop got on the combine because they brought me a new refrigerator, because the refrigerator they brought me that was new wasn't working right. So I had to take a break, so he took over. So I'll show you. There's one truck. I think he's got the other 2 loaded. Over there, we're not baling this field. There's the other 2, and there he is. Let me get back to this runway. I'll be right back. There we go. A little humid out, but we figured we'd start cutting anyway. Oh, we hate doing a video too, but I ain't stopping. Weighed the little down right here on this corner. The wind got it down, but she's picking it. He's cutting it a little bit lower. We gotta go through the windshield. Got the American flag deer. American flag. Oh, there's my name back there too. And the American flag. It's like you can be really proud to be an American and be living in America, but then you look at the dumb president that we have in there right now, fake president, whatever you want to call him, and it just ruins the whole country. He's ruining the whole country. Not going to make it political, but it just gets on your nerves. It just frustrates the hell out of you. Or me, it does. Yeah, let the dust get by, then I'll put this getting hot. Oh, there's some trying to sneak in. We were actually just going to, the field that we did, we were just blowing it out the back. We weren't going to bale it. But he's cutting it so low and it's so thick that it's pretty much, even though we're blowing it out the back, it's pretty much windrowing it because it's so thick and we're running so much through her because, I mean, the wheat is just ridiculously thick. So, as you can see, and I got the spinners turned all the way up, but there's just so much wheat that my brother's going to have to run through that with the baler. Once he gets these trucks loaded, we're going to switch her over and just windrow it. But there's so much straw coming out the back and putting it in a line anyway. My brother's going to actually run the baler over and pick it all up because beans ain't coming up through that. But see how it's perfectly windrowing it? It's just so, the wheat's so thick. I mean, it's good wheat. It's just thick. I mean, that's a good thing. So, but we got a lot to do. This is just one farm. Oh, let me zoom back in. Seed Consultant, I think it's 108. It's 10:87 a.m. That was planted about 2 weeks. That's in the vetch. Look at that. That's good looking corn. This right here, same brand, same kind, 1087 Seed Consultants. And this was planted about a week and a half before that was. So it is looking good. We got a lot of weed to cut, so it's not really a big deal, but I'd still be in there cutting, but I had to go deal with that refrigerator issue. So, and the brand new Samsung refrigerator that they gave us still ain't working right. So I don't know what's going on. So I got to go go to Dollar General and get a bunch of water, put in the refrigerator for us for now that we're starting. And it's wheat season 23. He's not going real fast. You can't go but 2.5, 3 miles an hour. I mean, this wheat is thick. It's cutting 100 and some bushels. Of course, we had a sand hill on that field, so it was down to like 30 to 50 on the sand hill. But the minute you drop off of it, bam, it picked right up, back up to 90, 110, 120. So, really good wheat. It's not taking no time at all to fill these hoppers up. Really good wheat. Very surprising. That was the first field that we did. He just got that done and came over in this field. And he's going to open it up, finish loading one of these trucks, and we'll probably call it a day. They're talking about rain tonight, like major rain, so that's going to put us back a little bit. But at least we got the combine going, got the kinks worked out, got her rolling, so we're moving. I can't stand him driving my combine. He was like, I was in there trying to tell him what to do. He's like, I'm holding the steering wheel. You don't tell me what to do. I'm behind the steering wheel, because that's what I always say. So, but this gives him something to do for a little bit. So, start baling. We'll put his butt in that loader. He can start moving these bales, because he's the one wants to do this straw. So, yeah, it's good to get going again. It's like you got that, you get everything planted, and then you get everything sprayed and put nitrogen on your other crops. And then there's a bunch of downtime waiting for this stuff. So, it's kind of boring sitting here, but we did get all the hoppers ready. We got the trucks ready. We had to get the combine ready. There's stuff to do, but it's not fun stuff, but it's part of the farming ordeal. So, but we're moving right along. I was cutting earlier, but that daggone refrigerator people, you know how it is when you get something delivered, they give you a message saying, we'll be there from, your delivery time is 8 in the morning until 7 at night. Well, damn, you got to sit around and wait all day for them to show up. So, but they got there, put the new refrigerator in, and something still didn't work right on the new refrigerator. The water thing we're having problems with, the water working. And when we undo the water line, it's got, I mean, a lot of pressure coming out of my end. So there must be something we're not doing on these refrigerators right, or they're not telling us something right or something. They said give it 24 hours, get all the air out of the system, get it pressurized and then do it. So we'll see. We're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna let it do that. So, but it was a pain in the butt. They had to take the doors off the refrigerator to get it out. And then to get the new refrigerator in, they had to take them doors off to get it in, because it's such a big refrigerator. And then you had to take all the food out of the old one and then put it in the new one. But yeah, but we're going. There'll be a lot more footage of wheat, because like I said, we got 500 acres and we just did start. So, and it's dry. I mean, it's cutting good. I mean, it's 100 bushel wheat plus. And it's running right on 12%. So, pretty good. Getting all the trucks loaded. So we got a driver that's going to come help us. And my brother, they're going to start rolling some loads tomorrow. And if we get rain, my brother's not going to be able to bale. So, we'll be stuck again doing nothing for a couple days, waiting for it to dry out, and then it'll dry out, and then it'll rain again. But it's like you don't want the rain for the wheat, so you can get it cut, but you want the rain for the corn. So it's kind of like you just got to kind of do what you do. Is what it is. So, but just glad to be back in equipment doing stuff. Figure out plant beans early in the morning and late at night, and then while they're doing the straw deal, cut in the middle of the day. And but yeah, I can't plant that field until my brother gets the straw up, and then if it gets rain on like they're talking, then it'll be a while. But they're also calling for some hail, and we got some of the prettiest corn that I've seen in a long time at this stage. I mean, all the corn. So let's just hope and pray we don't get hail, because we definitely do not need hail. That would really suck. But Wes, I've been texting him, and he just said that they're getting tons of rain up there, so that's good, because they needed rain, but they're getting a lot of rain. He said it's running off, but I think a lot of it is still soaked in. But the rain that we just got, we did get a lot of rain, but we also got a first rain. It kind of softened the ground up, and then we got that next rain. It wasn't like downpour. It was just steady, and it was just a good soaker rain. I wish that's what he had got, was a good little soaker rain first to get the ground soft, and then if he got all this rain, it would start soaking in. But Here, I think they're calling for rain after like 9 o'clock, so you'll be seeing some wheat harvest going on now. So, see you. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody to subscribe, watch, thumbs up. Apparently, thumbs up is a big deal. Hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. And we'll just watch Pop run the combine. He's got one more hopper to load, and then we'll be done for tonight. And I have to kick him out of there. Find him something else to do. Ride around and pick up with the dogs or something. So, see you.